Hello and welcome back to Real Watchers. We have a special video for you today. We just did our Real Watchers Awards, which are celebrating best 2025 films. So it's time to talk about the worst ones. Usually we try to keep things pretty positive here on the channel, even with things we don't like, but every year there's a couple stinkers.
Yeah, unfortunately. And we have our top 5 stinkers right here for us. And we're going to go through them 5 through 1. And we're just going to talk a little bit about it. We do have some of them that are the same on here. So we don't want to be repetitive too much, but we'll talk about it, tell you why, and let's get started because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer anymore.
Let's do it. Go ahead and go with your number 5, Kevin.
Yeah, my number 5 is Megan 2.0. Who a horror person that wants to be a superhero all of a sudden doesn't work out. Who would have guessed? Everybody that went to go see it. Unfortunately, it's coming off of Megan, the first one. It was so good and it's just so a little bit original. I wouldn't say so good. It was good for an original concept, and then they just made this Terminator looking thing. They went the wrong direction, unfortunately, in my eyes. Some people, and again, this is our opinion. You can come at us in the comments, but I don't look at the comments, so it doesn't matter. But it just wasn't for me, and I guess it just wasn't a lot for anybody else as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. My number 5 is also Megan 2.0. This movie is terrible. I don't know. I mean, I can tell you where it went wrong. The fact that they were like, you know what, how the first one was a slasher horror movie? Yeah, let's forget that. That's exactly where it went wrong. The fact that they turned this into like a Terminator 2 situation where it was almost like a buddy, like sci-fi, like action movie is just not the way to do it, champ. It is like the performances got worse this time around. The effects got worse. I mean, there's the one cool scene where they're at like the sci-fi convention and they're in like those like retro robot outfits, which that was kind of cool. But like other than that, this movie is just utter waste of time, and you shouldn't go see it. But no. Kevin, take us into your number 4.
Yeah, my number 4 is Zom. I was really looking for a good zombie movie. Netflix had this for this year, and unfortunately, there's a lot of plot armor with this main character, and it makes it not realistic. Unfortunately, he's punching the zombies in the faces. You don't want to do that when you're in zombie apocalypse, and that's where it kind of took me away from this movie. The effects were just okay, but it's that main character plot armor that he never gets bit kind of a situation that really brought me out, and it just wasn't that good of a movie after that as well.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I get you. I mean, I had never even heard of this movie before you had covered it on the stream, so I'm glad I will not be wasting my time just yet. But in 4th place for me is one that I'm probably going to get some flack for, which is a Minecraft movie. Dear Lord, this movie was bad. I have been a fan of Minecraft for a very long time. I've played it since beta. I mean, off and on. I don't play it consistently, but this is not the way to do it. There's so many different things you could have done with the Minecraft movie, but instead they were like, let's make it Jumanji, but in reverse, right? Where they're getting sucked into the game world. It's not even like a game; it's just another reality. So why is everything blocky? It just gets rid of the entire. It's stupid. The movie should have been something about, a kid who plays Minecraft who is not very good at making friends, and then makes friends with other people who play Minecraft, and then you get like maybe some animation in their world of things they do together. That would have been a far better movie, and it would have been a better selling point for Minecraft than this garbage. And it sucks because it made $1 billion, and we're gonna get another one.
You're not wrong.
No,
I'll take over. I'll take over. My 3rd worst movie of the year is Him. I'm such a sports guy, and watching this movie just made me angry just because, yes, you put a lot of passion and work into what you want to do as, like, again, I'm a hockey player, but this wasn't it. It was too far out there for me. I know working hard and, sometimes you have to make sacrifices, but the sacrifices is just, it's too much. I want to say it's very unrealistic, and I didn't like it. Unfortunately, I think this is a Jordan Peele movie as well, but
produced, not
directed, but still, it just wasn't good, unfortunately. So
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was in like the top 5 worst of the year bad, but I still thought it was really bad. And it's really a big product of style over substance.
Mhm.
And I think that like this, what they could have explored with injuries and like sports idol worship could have been so much better, but they just kind of pushed it into this weird territory of like visual horror, and it just didn't work for me. So, but I totally get it. But my third place worst movie of the year is Happy Gilmore 2. Now, I must stress, I am not a big fan of the first movie. I think it's nostalgic because I used to watch as a kid, but it's not good.
No.
And this one is far worse, though. I don't know why. Like, Adam Sandler is a gifted actor, and I just don't think he's good when he does comedy because it appeals to the lowest intelligence people possible. It's not funny. It's boring. It's just nothing but filled with cameos and references back to the first movie. There's no reason this should exist. It's just it's literally like finding a dead horse and trying to revive it Frankenstein style, except you use the electricity on the horse and it explodes, and then you start making salsa out of it. I don't know. It's dumb. This shouldn't have been made. I know he has some deal with Netflix. It's really dumb. It shouldn't exist. This movie's bad. I felt worse after watching it, which is like, I mean, like Megan 2.0, yeah, it was bad, but I walked out like, okay, that was bad, but my day's not ruined, even though it's really bad. Minecraft movie, I was a little bummed. Happy Gilmore, I was like, I do not like Netflix for doing this. Is what I walked out. It's horrible. But let's go to second place, Kevin.
Yeah, again, people are going to be mad about this one, but my second to last, who gets a medal, a ribbon, whatever you want to call it, for worst movie is a Minecraft movie. It didn't capture what Minecraft is, unfortunately. It was so all over the place. You have so many different things that you could have done with Steve. The Jason Momoa, Jack Black are just, they're too much in this movie. I feel like I wanted maybe different people for those roles, people who knew about Minecraft or didn't try to make it so much of a comedy than it actually is. It just wasn't for me. Again, I played Minecraft for forever, and when watching this movie, this didn't make me want to go back and play Minecraft.
No, and I will say also, I forgot to mention that it did a lot of damage to movie theaters with people having the whole chicken jockey fiasco. It was absolutely ridiculous. But my second place movie of the year is another video game adaptation. It's Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And the first movie was bad, but it wasn't like egregiously terrible. It was just kind of like, it feels kind of amateurish, but the practical effects are really good. This movie, the only good point it gets is it's from its puppets and like the animatronics. They're fantastic. But the rest of this movie is just, I keep saying terrible, but it's literally a dumpster fire of a movie. And this includes the single worst supporting performance I've ever seen, which the sister character played by Piper Rubio, who literally, and I was talking to someone about this, and it feels like she's doing an impersonation of someone who is neurodivergent in a way that is making fun of them because of it's so bad. Like I actively feel like it's making fun of people in the audience who are neurodivergent or fans of the franchise who might be neurodivergent, and it feels legitimately harmful. That one performance, I think it's awful. The writing is terrible. It's written by the same guy who wrote the games. He's not good at dialogue because no one talks like human people. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's worse than the first one. I just kept saying it's bad over and over again. I literally went to the theaters to see this, and I think I was like one of two people in the theater, or no, there were two people 2 rows down from me that didn't even know I was there until they got up to walk away, and they're like, "Oh wow, there's other people in here," and I'm like, "Unfortunately, yeah." So yeah, second place, worst movie. There is, this would have been number 1, but there was one movie that Kevin did not watch that is worse than this one, and I'll talk about that next. But Kevin, your first place movie, and shocker, it's
Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I mean, it tries to do the nostalgia push as like, "Ooh, here's this character, here's this character," but then everything else gets just pushed to the wayside, and you don't care about the characters anymore. Like you were saying about the sister, she's atrocious in this movie, and I don't want to fault her saying like she's really bad as an actress, but this doesn't help. Unfortunately, this is like when they get interviewed, hopefully she becomes a big star. That's all I want from her. And they'll go back
Mhm.
to be like, hey, remember Five Nights at Freddy's 2? And have her just be like, please don't ever bring that up again, kind of a situation. Because it was that bad. It's something that I was getting pissed off because of how bad her dialogue was, how bad everything else was. But again, you, the practical effects were so good in this movie, but everything else just brings tumbling down to the surface, and it was just a mess. Unfortunately, you got your fan service, which a lot of people in the theater that I was watching it with were like, oh my gosh, there's this. Me, I'm like, okay, I know who that person is, I know who that person is, and stuff like that. But it was made for fans, but it was horrible to watch, I feel like, and that's why it is my number one most the worst picture movie of 2025.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue
Mhm.
unless you would watch the same movie I did. And my number one worst movie of 2025, if you know anything about movies this year, you know it. You probably hate it. It is War of the Worlds, the Amazon Prime exclusive movie that is just a webcam of Ice Cube for an hour and a half, going through Zoom calls and like Microsoft Teams and seeing the invasion of the world by aliens through news clips and nothing good. Why is this movie like the way it is? It's bad. Ice Cube gives one of the worst performances I've ever seen. I mean, the
Mhm.
entire cast does. What's even more worse is that this movie is pro government spying on you.
Mhm.
It's basically like, oh, but look at all the good things that can happen if the government knows everything you think and everything you are and everywhere you're going, because it saves the day. It's it's puzzling. I mean, and after seeing something like Mercy, which is so pro AI, and it's also Amazon Prime, I'm getting worried that Prime and Amazon are going in the direction of just like pro all these things that we hate,
Mhm.
which is very odd. But the movie, it is beyond a dumpster fire. There's a black hole of any kind of talent, any kind of filmmaking, and I am amazed. I mean, I'm glad this didn't go to theaters,
Yeah.
because I think it would have gotten such bad word of mouth that people would have made it a success. And I think that it's better that it was on Prime and
Mhm.
didn't go to theaters. But this movie is so terrible, beginning to end. It's all just Zoom calls. It's all it is, and it is just don't watch it. Don't watch it.
No.
I've saved you an hour and a half.
Mhm.
But that's going to be it for our worst movies of the year. Hopefully, you all are going to be a little more respectful of our opinions
Mhm.
in the comments below. But we absolutely hated each of these movies for various different reasons. But
Mhm.
all that toxicity is out of our mouth now, and we can
Yes.
focus on 2026 being a better year, which it already is so far. We've gotten a lot of good movies so far.
Yeah. We have.
But thank you so much for watching. Of course, you can find us on our show Movie Club every single Friday at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or on our live stream every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, make sure to keep those eyes on the screen.